What's up, everyone? I'm camping in Cades Cove again. I may have forgotten how close the sites are. So this is my site and there's my neighbor's site. So I think it was probably 2 years ago now that I biked Cades Cove Loop Road on a vehicle-free day. And it was super pretty. I saw some bears. I was like, you know what? I bet that'd be really nice to bike in fall and see the fall colors. Unfortunately, the vehicle-free days are only in the summer, so I am here to bike and see the fall colors on Cades Cove Loop Road. But there are going to be cars, so hopefully that's not too bad. But I booked this trip back in the middle of summer because the Smokies are super popular in the fall and I was concerned about not getting a site. So I kind of had to predict when peak fall color would be. I think I'm a week early. In my defense, we've had really weird weather this year. We had a really long drought this year, and then we got way too much rain, which Cades Cove didn't get hit by Helene nearly as bad as North Carolina did. But yeah, drought, and then rain, and then a cold snap. So it was really hard to predict when peak fall colors would be. So I think I'm a week early. There are still some fall colors, but not peak level. But still really pretty. So I spent this morning doing a 17-mile loop in the area. And then tomorrow I'm gonna do my bike and maybe a little hike after. And then my last day I'm gonna leave and bike at Wildside, which will be my first time there. Just kidding. I ended up doing a different, shorter hike after biking around Cades Cove Loop Road, so then I did the hike I had originally planned for that afternoon the next morning. So I have to decide which s'mores variation I want to try tonight. A while ago I saw Miranda in the Wild video, and she dipped strawberries in marshmallow fluff and said it was really good, and it sounds really good. But before I left, we were in the grocery store, my boyfriend and I, and last week he rediscovered Nutter Butters, and he's like, you know what, you should make a Nutter Butter s'more, instead of graham crackers, use Nutter Butters. So now I have those as an option too. So I originally wanted to get an earlier start, right at sunrise, but it's really cold out, and I had a hard time convincing myself to get out of my sleeping bag. This was the first time I've been to Cades Cove and didn't see a bear, so in case you're like me and click this video half expecting you'd see some black bears, here's a clip from the last time I biked Cades Cove. This is wolf smoke, and while it's commonly mistaken for a mushroom, it's actually a slime mold. It's most frequently found on rotting logs, and this oozing pink material means it's not yet mature. This was my first time trying to carve anything. For anyone else wanting to try carving for the first time, I suggest finding a much bigger stick than this one. I looked around a bit for something not quite so skinny at my site, but I'm pretty sure anything bigger had been used as firewood. So I'm trying a new to me meal tonight, but I did not realize that you have to let it sit for 20 minutes. There's a lot more liquid left than what I was expecting. And I figured sitting for 20 minutes would be cooler, but it's still really hot. Good flavor though. I think I ended up with more fluff on my hand than on the strawberry. Okay, that was really good, but I need a better method because that was also really messy. Trying another new to me meal today. Thankfully this one only takes 10 minutes. While I was making breakfast, my neighbors had gotten up and were sitting just a few feet away from me, so I didn't really want to talk to the camera, but I did really enjoy the biscuits and gravy. I'd say it's one of the best backpacking meals I've had recently. I've decided my least favorite part about fall camping is changing into your cozy camp clothes into the clothes that you're actually gonna wear for the day, especially when you're gonna go running and need to change into shorts and it's like mid-40s. As you may have been able to tell, I wasn't entirely thrilled about changing out of my cozy camp clothes into my running clothes while it was still so chilly. But there's something about running full speed down a mountain with the sun shining in your face and surrounded by pretty fall leaves that makes you remember why it's all worth it. Thank you so much for watching, and don't forget to be always adventuring.